tell me about how you set up your class time to support your students?
So at the beginning of every class, in the first 5 minutes, they all came in and they filled out a Google form, and they just got used to doing this. There, we had class 2 days a week, so they had a Tuesday form and a Thursday form. It was always the same length. So this is an example of the Tuesday from the instructor view, where they put, what's one word that describes how you're feeling and their name. And then I could just add and subtract. I could put whatever questions I wanted to kind of check in with students if they completed homework or not, if they have questions, and always having a place for questions on there. Here's another example of a Thursday check-in. After a while, I realized if they share a word how they're feeling, I want to say, can I share that with the class? Because in that first 5 minutes, while I'm waiting for all the students to complete the survey, I can watch the responses and I can ask individual students about really interesting words they wrote. And so if I had their permission to share them, that would start a discussion about things. So we could have a little bit of interpersonal time before class started. I also did things to make sure they understood things like due dates. I asked them just to quickly evaluate some things about the course so I can track it, and then always space for questions. So after they spent time doing that survey, I would give any initial announcements. Sometimes I would review homework or do any follow-up. And then half the students would go and they would work on independent work. And the other half would stay with me, and we would usually have like group discussions or other things with just half the class. And so that seemed to work well throughout the semester.
Great. And how did students respond to it?
They said they really liked the survey. They liked being able to check in and ask private questions that I could then address like right away during class. And they liked the flexibility so that they weren't always just sitting on Zoom all the time, and that they had some time to have some personal connections at the beginning of class.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.